How's it going, everybody? This is Travis Platt with Travis Platt Reviews, and today we're going to be talking about COVID-19 and being an artist through this pandemic. If you want more from me, you can check me out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, at Travis Platt Reviews. All those links will be in the description below. Let's jump right into it. Picture this. The world is completely closed. The economy is ruined, people are losing their jobs, and we are continuously living in fear. This isn't too far from the world that we live in right now. Humanity is at the forefront of warfare, and there is no room that we can move forward. So, what do we do during this crisis? We create. Our brains are created regardless of what time period they were made, whether it be in the 1700s or just this year. And one similarity we have from our ancestors is the passion to create. We have two sides of our brain, our left, which is primarily more focused to logical, analytical problem solving, and the right side, which is more focused on creativity. Regardless of which side is more dominant, we all love to create things. Whether it be in an arts and crafts night with your friends, or a several hundred-page novel. During a worldwide pandemic, the artistic side of our brain has never stopped. Artists have created some of the most famous pieces during times of crisis. A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke was written during the Civil Rights Movement. The Star-Spangled Banner was written during the War of 1812. And one thing that all artists experience is their own personal struggles. Some big and some small. Think of it this way. How many songs do you know about heartbreak or the loss of a loved one? The answer is countless. And many artists experience hardship, and they turn to art to cope. This dates back to the tortured artist trope, which was allegedly started by Plato, which highlights artists with mass frustration and many with a form of psychosis, including schizophrenia or dissociative identity disorder. For many, creating art is the best way to vent frustration and opinions, and show others that they are not alone in their own struggles. Art is a reflection of the human experience, with all of the goods and all of the bads. Sometimes we all need a good cry to our favorite sad song. It's better to get it out than keeping it in. During the COVID-19 pandemic, it has been very difficult for everyone, myself included. Time, potential projects, relationships, and many other things were taken from me during this pandemic. And what are the things that I did the most during this pandemic? Meditation and content creation. Over quarantine, I had the opportunity to launch a project I've always wanted to do. A music-based YouTube channel, Travis Platt Reviews, where I talk about music and make really bad jokes. And the success I've gathered from this has been extremely heartwarming. Coming from a very small conservative town, I really struggled finding other people like me that liked alternative music. And now, I have the opportunity to talk about alternative music to so many different people all around the world. And it's so crazy how amazing this opportunity is, that people actually want to listen to me talk about music for 10 minutes of their day. And another big thing that these videos do is they've helped me so much on overcoming my social anxiety and my overall anxiety around speaking and around people. And whenever I'm struggling, I just make a video. And throughout quarantine, I made a video every other day for 5 months, and that's something that I'm very, very proud of. I worked on this project very hard, and I accomplished as much as I could during this time, and I let time heal the wounds that I was experiencing. Another thing that I finally did was finally launch a music project, way back, and I released my very first EP, Songs for Our Final Sunset. Although there is minimal lyricism, I wanted to use the instrumentals I wrote in 2017 to tell a narrative of the realization that a relationship is over, and you're putting your heart into something even though you know it's over. It's a self-awareness that you are no longer getting anything out of the person. Instead, you hope that this final night can be something they will be fond of once you are no longer in their life. Regardless of how negative the relationship was, you still care and you still wish them the best. Love is inherently a game of tug of war, filled with passion, and it's truly a scary thing. But once the storm ends, it's over. And personally, I've always given my absolute all, but sometimes the best is letting go. Music has always been a language that I've understood my entire life. There were times where I didn't feel like anybody was there for me, but my favorite album, my favorite artist, the music that they created was there for me. And it's a lifelong dream of mine to be able to create art that other people can connect with, can understand. And that's why I make films. I make films about stories that people can relate to and memories that people can associate with. Music's always been a lifelong dream of mine, and because of quarantine, I'm finally able to create it. More music coming soon, talking about love, loss, perspective, and the human experience. You can check those out in the link below. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys.
I know this transfigure. I know, but come on. There's no way to stop a heartbreak. What do you do about that?
You cry. You cry.